Alright guys, we are back. Today we're going to be working on the C20 that I have. We're going to be lowering in the rear and the front for as cheap as possible. So I'm going to have to take this bed off, put it up in the air with the lift, and then C-notch it or make my own C-notch, because I plan on just doing for now I'm going to just do the axle flip, but later on I'm going to do like a 4-inch block on it as well. I want it to be like really low, and right now I'm just going to cut the front springs, probably just 2 coils off, and then later on I'll get drop spindles and springs and all the good stuff for it. But for right now I just want it to be low, and that's all. I just want to drive it around lowered. So let's get to it. Alright, well, probably should have recorded it some, but there was 6 bolts on the bed. I'm sure there was probably some missing, but there were 6 bolts on it. Took them off, lifting it with the lift. The bed is caving in on itself because, well, it's heavy, it's junk. I'm not using this bed anyways. And I just got to get the taillights out so I can get the wiring out so it's not pulling on it, and then get that up in the air out of the way and start getting to work on the actual frame. Alright, so the cover to the taillight is a T15. Took the covers off. That's a Phillips screwdriver to take those out, and then one of them didn't come out, so I drilled it. There is a ground 10mm right here. You just pull it out, run the wires back out the bottom, and then over the little cross member thingy that's in it. Same over here, and also same one didn't want to come out. There is 3 Phillips bits or screws that need to come out right here, and then the gas will come out, the fill tube will come out, and now we lift it up because there shouldn't be anything connected to it because there's only 1 tank in this. If it was the other side, you'd have to take off this side as well for the fill tube. But yeah, the bed should come up now and I should be able to get to work. Alright, so what I'm thinking is, because I've never done this before, this is my first time, you know, so I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but I was thinking of just taking a piece of 2x3 square tubing, getting this all cleaned up right here on top, and just welding it straight to the top, and then getting, once that's welded in, cut all this right here out, and then put more 2x3 square tubing in, just boxed in right there. So I think that'll be pretty good. I'm not sure. Maybe later on when I go really low on it, I'll have to go and make it go taller. But for now, I think that's what I'm going to do. Now that the bed's off, I can see everything. So I'm going to go and start doing that. Alright, so we got the bed off. I think I showed you that. I don't know. It's been a minute since I went and did that. Went inside, ate a steak sandwich. It was delicious. And now I'm having thoughts. And I know I know which one I'm going to pick. And I know it's probably not the best one, but it's the best one for me because I want to go and do dumb things and go really low. So the question I had was, should I make the frame, the bottom of the frame, so this part here at the bottom of this 2x4, or on top of said 2x4, the height of the bottom of the frame? I'm gonna put it up here, so then I can, when I put this axle on top, I can then put a 4-inch block on top of that, which should, in theory, make the bumper about 8 inches off the ground. No, 10 inches off the ground. So I'm gonna do that because I want to be low. And then the front, I'm just gonna cut 2 coils off of the front springs, which the bumper should be about 8 inches off the ground. The front of the bumper should be about 8 inches off the ground at that point, which, I mean, it's not right where I want it. I want it to be way low, but I can get drop knuckles later on. And also, I think I might throw these bad boys on there as well. So I'm gonna go and start cutting things. I went and made this top piece 24 inches long. So I'm gonna go and cut that, and that's gonna sit on top of this 2x4. And then I'm gonna cut more pieces to go from there down, and then weld it to that. So it should, in theory, be pretty simple, but we'll find out here in a minute. Alright, so I got this cut, and now I have this that I kind of made an edge to it because the frame bends down there. Cut this out right here. So that should fit even there, flat. And then this will sit on top like that. Now I have to cut this side over here, and then so I'll notch the frame in there and then make my piece that goes down right there. And from there, this thing, once it's all welded up, should be super stiff and nice, and I can go and cut the frame out right there. So that's the goal, at least. So let's see what we can go and get done here. Alright, so I have the metal cut made. I'll end up cleaning all this up, all that, everywhere on the inside of the frame over here and here. So then I can go and weld it to this, like right here, around there, and around here. And then once I cut this out, I'll end up plating it from the frame right here, the actual frame, and square it off to this right there, like the actual 2x3 square tubing. And then get it all painted and make sure it's all welded up and good to go. I'm getting ready to cut my other piece for this side right here. And yeah, I'm thinking it's starting to come together. I'll go and get this all cut up and all the other pieces cut up so we can make the whole C-notch, and I'll figure out my shock mounts later. Not quite sure yet what I want to do there, but heck yeah, for my first one it's not looking too bad. Later on I'll add some that go down to it on both sides. Alright, so I got a little carried away and forgot to film anything, but I made the other side, cut it all out, and then tacked it all up, kinda, you know, just a little bit, not crazy welded together. So if I had to move something I could, which it seems to be pretty good, so I'm not going to move anything. The only thing I'm not happy about is this one. I made the cut a little bit too big, so I might try to like fill it and then get like a piece of like angle iron and weld that in right there. But it's all tacked in places, you know, not too crazy at the moment. Right there I might have, you know, got excited and just welded it, but we're getting there. Next time you see it, it'll probably be all welded up, and then we'll go and cut this out on both sides, pat right there, and then we'll have to go get the mount kit off of a different vehicle sitting out in the front, and then take the rear end off and the leaf springs, put them on the opposite side of it, let the body down on it, and then get it set where we want it, weld it all up, and yeah, this thing hopefully will be pretty good when it's done. I'll probably add some bars going to here like that, but for right now this is looking pretty good to me for my first one, so this will be fun. I'm really excited. It should be, so I might be ordering 4-inch blocks as well, which would move it 10 inches down, so 10 inches lower than it sits right now. So that would be so much better, you know. But all right, let's get to it. All right, so I have both of them in and welded up, you know, nothing too crazy, not the worst welds in the world, but not the best. So first time actually welding on heavy metal, so that one, I don't know what happened there, but I wasn't happy. I might go and do another lap on that one. But they're all welded in, so now I'm just gonna cut them right there on both sides and have a big old C-notch for the lowering the C20. So, and I might add a plate, so I might add more 2x4 bracing across right here and here, and then add a plate and then add a gooseneck ball on it. So you guys let me know what you guys think about, if you think that'll be strong enough or not. I'm also going to add bracing here, coming down at 45s there and there whenever I go to do the plate on it, because I want to make sure everything's nice and straight and works good. So let me know if you guys think this is going to be strong enough. I'm not sure, I've never done this before, this is my first time. So any comments on what would make it better would be appreciated. Alright, so it is cut out. There's nothingness here, which is exciting. And the frame didn't instantly fall in on itself. I bounced on it and it just, you know, does truck stuff, which is cool. So I'm gonna start taking this apart and these bad boys out, so then I can go and take off the leaf springs. I'll have to jack up the truck, but take off the leaf springs, go down with the frame, and then put the after I go down with the frame, I'll go and put the leaf springs back in just under it, and then mount this bad boy up, and it should be in theory like 6 inches lower automatically, so that's plus. Later on I'll have to do the 4-inch blocks and I'll plate everything and all that good stuff. So for now we're just gonna do a 6-inch and then whatever 2 coils is in the front. Alright guys, I realized that I did not record for a long time, but I got the rear end mounted up with the little perches on it on the rear end, got them welded on. I did have 3-inch blocks on it, and it was pretty low. The bumper is only like 1 inch or 2 off the ground, so I figured that probably wouldn't work. So I took them off and it's just pretty good right now. I went and heated up the springs in the front, so it sits pretty good there. I even changed the headlights out, so now I got really nice bright headlights on it, so that's cool. But right now I am trying to cut the bed so it fits over that and I can have a bed on this thing. But apparently this bed is made out of the strongest metal I've ever seen in my life, because I've been going at it with that, won't cut through it, and I used the cutoff wheel and that won't go through it. So great times. I gotta figure out how to get through it. I'll let you know once I get through. All right, now I figured I got it all cut with those two tools. Finally, only took forever and a half. But in theory, I have an idea, and I made pretty much C cut here all the way through, and then back, and then on the back of these, and then same over here, did the same thing. And in theory, I'm gonna set it down, and it's just gonna fold up like this, just boop up, and then fall over it, and then I can go and then cut it on the each end of this right here, pap, pap, fold it back down and weld it up. Or just tack it, you know, just in case I gotta take this bed off again for some reason. But, yep, this way I don't have big holes in my bed, and I can go and still haul stuff around. But with two big bars in the way, that shouldn't be there. But that's alright. Let's go and set it down and see how it goes. Alright, I had some weight in it so it would help it push it down, but it did go and fold it up. This one folded up much easier because I made relief cuts on it earlier, which I should have done on that one, but I did not. But it fits. I just have to slide the bed over a little bit to get it lined up, but it's pretty low. I'll go and get all this junk out of it when I'm done, and we'll see how it actually fits or sits. Alright guys, the bed is now on, and I had to make a few more changes to the bed because the rear end was hitting the bottom of it. So I had to cut that out, and well, yeah. So I'm gonna end up cutting that out and then cutting this out over here, probably all the way into the wheel wells, the fenders. Alright, so it's been like a year since I made the truck, and then the camera had died, and I just used the truck since then and haven't done anything to it other than change the tires on it, and then I sold it, then I got it back. And this is it. I lowered and stuff, you know. It's not terrible. It definitely could go and use more low. I got some blocks for the back that I'm going to throw on it. I also have for the front airbag kit for it, but yeah, I mean it works great. I'm thinking I'm gonna add a piece of frameage right there in between, just to like really make sure it's gonna work good. And then I'm gonna go and either add a fifth wheel hitch to it so I can tow the fifth wheel over there, so it just gives it a little more structure, you know what I mean? But I want to go and, so I'm gonna, after adding the structure, I want to add a hitch to the back of it so that I can go and tow the trailer. I got the little 2-car trailer over there that I want to tow around with it, and then maybe, you know, cover the bed and everything so it looks like a regular bed, or at least put something on like hinges that covers it. But we shall see how that goes. I just wanted to go and give you guys a follow-up on how it's been. It's been great, works good. It's a truck, does truck things, which is carries things in the bed, except now it does like mini truck things, which is bounce a lot. And yeah, it's fun. Kids love it. They love to be taken to school in it. So, and it's all beat up. It's hilarious. It gets the strangest looks because it's like an old farm truck that's all beat to hell, but it's also slammed. So it's a great time. All right, well, that was as cheap as I could build it. C-notch kit and lowering for a square body Chevy. It's the same for like a 68 to 72 C20 as well. So we'll go and there'll be a part 2. I went and for the airbags for the front and how I set them up and everything. And then maybe later on I'll do a 4-link in the rear, which I really want to do so that I can go and also put airbags on the back and lower it down. But yeah, we'll get to that later. If you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, tell me what you didn't like about it. And if you haven't subscribed and you're watching this and you liked it, give it a subscribe. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.